All right, we're going to be taking a little emergenetics refresher today. If you remember, we talked about in the original emergenetics, those neural pathways, those informational highways that are within our brain. What they do is they carry information from point A to point B. They thicken with use. It's like a muscle in our brain, and they are predictable. So remember we talked about how sometimes you get in your car at work and all of a sudden you end up at home and you're in your driveway, you look up and you're there and you had absolutely no idea as to how you got there. That's those neural pathways at work. It is your automatic brain at work as opposed to your deliberate brain. So emergenetics, we've heard this term, but what does it mean? It's a combination of the word emerge and genetics, very much like nature versus nurture. So I will give you an example. There's a big part of us that's made of nurture. But there's also a big part of us that's made of nature. So I'll give you an example. I was adopted at the age of 5 days old, but the very first time I met my birth mother, I was 32 years old, and I had a visceral reaction. I remember thinking her voice is very, very familiar to me. And what I found is that I have many, many traits that are very, very much like my birth mother, although I spent less than 5 days with her. So that's nature versus nurture.